So on Saturday I watched a show called Sasami San Gambaranai, or the English title is Miss Sasami at Unmotivated. Now it's going to be a bit tricky to explain the plot of this, but to simplify it, the main character is called Sasami basically, and she's basically inherited the powers of a god, and she's basically a shrine maiden. She comes from like a line of shrine maidens, and she's inherited the powers of a god basically. And she's essentially a shut-in. She got tired of her life. One day she escaped the shrine, and she'd been raised in the shrine all her life. And she escaped and came to sort of the city and discovered. She went to an internet cafe, discovers the internet, and then sees that there's more to life than just being trapped doing training to take on the powers of the next god, or to training to basically take on the powers, yeah, of a god. And she ends up becoming a huge shut-in. And man, when I tell you, Sasami is the most relatable protagonist I've ever seen. Like, one of the most relatable. Like, you know what her lifestyle consists of? She basically spends all day in her pajamas. She stays at home all day, doesn't go to school. Well, at least not in the beginning. She has a fridge full of Red Bull. She has a bunch of anime figurines and Blu-rays and DVDs. Even still, she has Blu-rays and games still in the plastic like sleeve and whatnot. Still like wrapped up in pristine condition. That's how much of like a shut-in hikikomori she is. And she gets her brother to do everything for her. She's super lazy. She gets her brother to like feed her and everything. And her brother has a bit of a sister complex as well. And I like watching this. I was just like, damn, this girl drinks energy drinks and plays video games and watches anime all day, and like spends all her time on like social blog websites. And like, you know, it's kind of funny because me, I drink energy drinks, I pretty much play games and watch anime all day, and I'd love to do nothing, but I spend pretty much all day in pajamas. So I found her to be very relatable. But the show itself was actually really good. It sort of shows the story of this shut-in girl, and then she starts going to school, making friends. It shows how she sort of, you know, sort of connects back to society. These girls are basically, I didn't fully explain, but these powers of a god, basically, whenever she has like a wish, basically, a subconscious wish, or her brother has like a subconscious desire or wish, the evil gods will grant that wish, and it's not always a good thing. And so they have these three sisters who have like special powers, who are able to nullify the sort of effects of this wish that has been granted. And it's a good show that looks at how the shut-in character starts going to school, starts making friends, you know, learns about like the bonds of having people close to you. And she has a sort of whole arc with her mother, how her mother wants her to take over as like the next shrine maiden, and how she doesn't want to because she feels as though we shouldn't have to be responsible for powers from stuff, but this power has been passed on through generations basically, and she feels that you shouldn't have to be responsible anymore for something from centuries and years ago, that it's not their job anymore. And it was a good show, and I liked it a lot simply because of the main character. The main character is such a like a relatable hikikomori neat that I just found her to be really likable. I loved her sort of lazy personality. I also liked a lot of the more emotional moments as well with her and her mother or her friends. And yeah, It's by Shaft, and it's directed by Akiyuki Shinbo, who is known for who is a very well-known director with Shaft. And for once, I feel like the beginning it takes a bit to understand, but one of my issues I always had with Shaft shows was that I really wish that they wouldn't be like super deep. Like not every single Shaft anime has to be like really deep and meaningful and take like a lot of understanding. And I didn't feel like this anime was too like deep or anything. So yeah, go check out Sasami San Gambaranai as well.